Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Bonjour mes amis, aujourd'hui je parlerai de ma première année at Oxford. I didn't know whether it was in French, but it was, so we'll just go with it. Today I will be discussing my first year at Oxford, completely honest. It's not going to be sugar-coated, it's going to be everything that I felt, I experienced, new things, things that I didn't expect, things I did expect, the tutorial system, lectures, whether they were good or bad, useful, how I dealt with exam stress, completely honest, so that people, I don't know, whoever watches this can see what Oxford's really like from a student's point of view. This video was requested on Twitter, so thank you for that. And if you don't already follow me on Twitter, to find out all the latest goss about my YouTube channel, follow Just a Little Rue. Yeah, let's get on with it. So we'll start with the social side of things. So, in terms of Freshers Week, because I know that is what everybody is keen to know about, it was full on, but it was kind of like a week of organised fun. I don't know what it's like at other unis, but because we have the college system, it's very much the second years planned as activities. Obviously they get to know you stuff during the day, but in the afternoons and evenings it's like they've planned certain drinking games or parties that we can go to. They sell the night out tickets, and it's not an external company that does it, it is all within kind of college to sell you the tickets. You don't get a wristband like you do at other universities, which I quite liked because it meant that you could buy tickets for each night. You didn't have to get like a wristband that sold you a ticket for every night of the week, so you felt you had to go to them. Because I did not go out every night of the week. I think I actually would have died. Like, I ended up being quite ill anyway. I got laryngitis from Freshers Week, so that wasn't great. I missed an audition I was going to do for the Oxford Alternatives because I literally could not speak. I could not get a word out. It was awful. But Freshers Week was great. The best part of it was that we got to know people so quickly. So people opened their rooms for us and we could literally walk in and out, say hi, share snacks, get ready for a night out together. And I'll be talking more about that in my next video, which is also a request from Twitter, which is how to make friends on Freshers Week. At Oxford, or at least at St Peter's, you have kind of like formal dinners like three or four times on Freshers Week, so it's like a 3-course meal, and you pay for a whole week of meals in hall before you start, so it's like £75, which seems like it's a ridiculous amount, and I thought it was so expensive. But when you got there, it's because you got wine with like every meal. Every evening meal had unlimited wine, which for someone who drinks wine is great. It gets you money's worth, but I didn't drink really before I started uni, especially not wine. Yeah, it seemed a bit expensive and a little bit... I felt like it was quite elitist initially, because I don't know, coming from my background, it's not normal to drink certain wines with certain meats, or to have a 3-course meal and you have a wine with your starter, a main and your dessert. I had no idea what dessert wine was. I had no idea what you drank with chicken or fish. Not that I would eat those anyway, but you get what I mean. Like, I didn't really get it, and I got thrown in head first and just had to soak up the conversation. It was nice, because it was nice to be immersed in a different culture, or it's a different world. But I guess if you're not someone who likes being part of something that they're not used to, then it would have been really daunting and quite hard. The food was nice on Freshers Week, the nights out were good, we went to a different club every day. Well, I didn't, everyone else did. And at Oxford you have a family dinner, so you all have a college child or two. I found out mine today, so hey, if you're watching this. And your college child does your subject, and basically you're their mentor, and you can send them essays or discuss with them, and you invite them to your second year accommodation, because we live out in second year, and we basically cook them a meal. So everyone in your house will have their kids around. You'd cook them a meal, play games, and then tend to go out afterwards, but not everyone goes out. I didn't. I went back to my room because that was on Friday, and by Friday I was fully ill and ready to sleep. And then you have a Freshers Bop. Ours was dress as your subject. So a bop is basically just like a college party. I probably mentioned this in a previous video, but that was such good fun. We had it in a marquee, which is weird because we don't normally have it in a marquee, but they were having building work, so it was great. We had like the local club DJ DJ R Bop, which was great. It kind of raised the bar because they haven't been that good since. But as an initial experience, it was amazing. It really was amazing. I actually haven't been to a bop since November where I haven't worked behind the bar. But I really enjoy working behind the bar. So my personal experience is that we have a student bar, and there's a student manager in second year, student treasurer in second year, which I'm doing this year. So I'm going to be a lot more involved with the bar. But they get paid, so it gives you a steady wage, and it's fun. You meet people from all different years. So if I hadn't worked so much behind the bar, there's no way I would be as close or even know people in other years. And being in a college environment really does help that, because everyone's so close in proximity in first year. You do get to know everyone, and that's something that I don't think I would have got if I went to a different university. Like, my second choice was Nottingham, and I don't think I would have got that there. Yeah. In terms of more evening things, which is kind of the topic I'm on at the minute, there's formals, so formal hall. So I said that first week has formal halls, but I hadn't been to one since. I've been to ones that, like with boat club dinner, with rowing, I've been to one, and then I went to one formal, but since then I haven't been to an actual formal, and I wish I had. Because I went on a field trip at the end of the year with my course. I've met people from different colleges, so next year I'm definitely going to be going to formals in, say, Hertford and possibly LMH and Keble, and they can come back to St Peter's, and it'll be really nice, and hopefully it'll be a bit more social outside of college, because I think I stuck to college a bit and was a bit inshallah, which isn't bad, because it's a comfort zone in first year. You do what you're comfortable with, and you enjoy that, and I did, and I have absolutely no regret. Something else is crew dates. Wow, they are quite the experience. They're full on. A crew date is like an evening meal, and there's 3 places in Oxford that allow them. I say allow them, you will see why. And I think they're called swaps at Cambridge, and Warwick they're like circles or something like that. But basically you have a meal, and you take a bottle of wine, or I used to take really cheap Prosecco, which I regretted a lot. But essentially there's different things, like you penny people. I think that's quite a generic one, you like throw it in their drink and they have to down it. There's shoeing, where basically someone literally takes their shoe off and puts it on their head like this, and then everyone in the circle has to do the same thing, and the last person to do it has to then pour their drink into their shoe and down it. One of the crew dates I went to ended up with people like walking on tables, and that stressed me out a little bit, because I don't know how they were taught to treat like public places and table manners and meals, but it was quite disrespectful, and rightfully so. We got kicked out, and I was embarrassed. I really was embarrassed. I thought that this whole drinking club vibe didn't like exist anymore, and I was wrong. I didn't really mind so much at the time. I felt uncomfortable, and I'm very glad that we actually did get kicked out, because it meant that we could leave, and I didn't want anyone to do anything worse than that. But crew dates in general are hilarious, and they have sconcing, which is basically you like bang your glass and then say, I just want anyone who, and if someone's done that thing, they stand up and drink. It's like never have I ever, but it is hilarious and it's so fun, and in general crew days are amazing. The general nightlife in Oxford I've been pleasantly surprised by. My favourite thing about it is that it is so close, at least to St Peter's anyway. If you're in St Hugh's, it's still great, but it's miles away. But it is like, it's all there within about 100 metres, 200 metres of college, so you can come and go. It's not that expensive. The drinks are expensive inside, but pre-drink before, you'll be fine. And I will now discuss why I'm wearing glitter for a video. I mean, why not? It looks good, but I don't think I can discuss my first year without wearing glitter, because it has been such a central part of my social life, which sounds really sad. I don't know where it came from. People started wearing it at bops and then to every night out, and essentially it just made me feel a lot more confident to wear glitter. I don't know, but everyone wears it, and you can tell if someone from St Peter's because generally they look like this, if not more, because I toned it down. And yeah, just glitter. I don't know, it kind of sums up my first year. Glitter, sparkly, fun, happy, yay. Sports, I guess, is a big thing as well for discussing my first year experience. So in terms of sports, I thought I would do a lot more than I did. I thought I'd have a lot more time to do sports than I did. So in the first time I didn't join Pure Gym because we get a free membership to the university gym. But turns out it was kind of too far to use and I didn't really go. I didn't have much time, nor could I be bothered. Nor was I really bothered about exercising, and that's awful because obviously exercise helps concentration, it helps your heart, and yeah, it's just generally a good thing to do and everyone knows that, but I completely ignored that was a thing that I should be doing. I think the reason we didn't have time is because we're so not used to having that much work, and I will discuss obviously in detail the work in a second once I finish the sports, but with 1 or 2 essays a week it really did bog down on us, and that the free time that we did have we wanted to spend doing things that weren't strenuous, if that makes sense. This year one of my goals is to make sure I get my money's worth out of the gym. One of the best things that I decided to do in terms of sport was in the end of second term was joining the rowing team as a cox. I put it off because I didn't want to do the early mornings, but it's so rewarding. I'm not looking forward to doing it in winter and I might chicken out, we'll see, but honestly it made me so many more friends, it got me closer to my already close friends. I got a sense of reward, you know what I mean, because I was doing something that I'd never done before, and it turns out I was actually quite good at it, and the team needed me and I enjoyed being with them. So that was something I'm so glad I did, and I definitely recommend either joining a sports team or joining rowing if you're going to Oxford yourself. On to the academic side of things.